Good morning, good evening, and good afternoon to everyone out there around the world. We are here with the Ronimo Games new replay system, newly released here in patch 2.4, The Secrets of Space. They brought to us such gems as Sentry, and now, of course, these new replay system. I'm the FourCourtJester. With me today, the ever so charming SlowWolf. How you doing, dude?
Charming?
Charming. You are definitely charming, sir.
I'm doing good. Apparently, I'm charming.
You are totally charming. I've seen your beard pics. Your beard YouTubes, man. They are so good. Definitely, ladies, this guy, you gotta watch out for him. But we are out here in the Secrets of Space. We got Sentry now released, and in celebration of that, Ronimo Games has actually put together a match here from two of their top tier competitive teams. You have on the Team Red, Team Jelly Ink Stickers, and there on Team Blue is Team BBQ. Can you tell us a little bit about both these teams, Wolf?
Well, Jelly Ink Stickers have the honor of being the first people to win the first APL. They won with what I found was a fairly notorious Skølldir, Coco, and I think it was Clunk combo.
I was gonna say that looks
Skølldir
really
Coco's brutal, yeah. Like that, the two of them became Skølldir became popular because JIS used it really, really well in the first APL tournament and stomped Awful, which at the time was a huge achievement. Everyone thought Awful was going to win. Awful was coming in as the favorites. JIS told them, nah, we're going to take this. BBQ, they have been making name for themselves since they've hit the competitive scene. Although they haven't won anything, really, they've come really close. They've put on serious competition to everybody who's come against them. And they are easily regarded as one of the better teams out there. They are here to, kick some butt and take names and all the rest of that idiomatic stuff. Anyway, they're both extremely good teams. They're all really fun players to play with and against, and we're going to be in for an excellent match this evening. I can't wait. Can we start? Can we start?
We can totally start, sir. So we're going to get this pain train rolling in 3, 2, 1, play. Now again, very high competitive teams. These guys are definitely known in the community. The APL, the Awesomenauts Pro League, is the initiative we do run for the esports capitalists within Awesomenauts, and this is a big achievement for Awesomenauts because we do have this replay system. So as you can see, you can just scroll around. We got tabs of information. We got all the items being bought out here as the teams are now racing to the middle because we are on Serona. Tell us a little bit about Serona, Wolf.
Serona, like every other map in this game, Serona's one of those maps that you really need to control the middle as quickly as possible. For Serona, the reason why is so that we have control of the worm button and you can safely get the solar underneath it. Oh, big toss coming out of JIS and Skølldir there. Clunk coming in with an explosion. Doesn't quite hit, but the Raelynn goes down. Really nice work out of the Coco and the Skølldir, just punching her repeatedly in the face. BBQ's Fudge is getting a little bit attacked. Nuke comes out to dissuade the Coco from coming in, and wow, that was a quick first blood. But
it was a quick first blood for sure.
Yeah. Serona, you definitely want to control the middle just because at this moment here, see what Tuwiuu did there? That solar, that's really important. So being able to collect that solar on a routine basis and being able to eat up the creeps with the worm is really, really nice to do. Gets you a lot of solar really fast.
And early game solar, especially with a comp like this from JIS, as they're going to get actually a return kill. BBQ is able to take home that one with the nuke from Derpl as well as the snipe from Raelynn, but picking up a lot of that early game solar, especially for these bigger, beefier comps, because we got double Skølldir, we got the Clunk and the Derpl in and around here, getting them up to full damage capacity. Looking at that nuke right there on top of Tuwiuu. Wow, they actually tossed the Raelynn in looking for that kill. Perhaps a bit too greedy. It's going to be of big importance, as it does look like BBQ is actually taking back the mid for now.
Yeah, BBQ. It's interesting too because it's not BBQ that went for the early game. With the items and pickups that they have, 2 piggy banks on Team JIS.
Yeah.
You'd think that they'd have the early game advantage, but that Derpl is single-handedly giving them the mid between his nuke and powerful turret mode right at the beginning. So that is huge for them.
A little bit of a fist fight going on there in the mid. Here comes the nuke. Does not quite connect with the red Skølldir, but the snipe does. And Henke there just holding down the mid with his traps, with his nuke. Setting up a lot of big pick opportunities here for the blue Raelynn. And we're going to have Skølldirs actually both return home.
Yeah, well, that's the thing with Skølldir. He's got a lot of HP, but because he's so big and he's always in the front, he's always the one that gets hurt the most. Poor guy.
Well, that's why he has a big health bar to kind of accommodate that. Same with the Clunk. Again, Clunk can actually reach, I believe, the highest amount of health any Knot can have in any one game.
Oh, yeah. Well, he's got the pills, and on top of that, he's got the bite upgrade that allows him more HP every time he bites people. So after 3 bites, he gets plus, I think, 60 HP. And that's not per rank, mind you. That's like That's when you get the full upgrades on it. So.
Ooh, nice drop nuke there from Henke coming down, landing it on top of 2 team members there of the Jelly Ink. And again, a little bit of footsies going on in the mid. You can see both the teams farming out the solar in the bottom lane. Very little creep action is going to happen in this bottom lane. Great snipe, however, lands right there on top of the Jelly Ink stickers. Now they're going to be down a man, possibly 2.
Oh, yes. EggPlant goes down. Oh, it looked like he was about to make it too. He just had to take the bumper.
Fudge is like a Donkey Kong, man. He wound up that knuckle sandwich and took that Clunk to town. So again, you're seeing a lot of deaths, a lot of kills going on, but very little going on in the bottom lane. That is because of the worm, and the worm is a great mechanic. As you said earlier, you hold the mid, you get the worm, and then you can control that solar in the bottom, and that will eventually, in the long run, just add up to hundreds of solar difference between the teams.
Yeah, Maecus right there picking up not 1 but 2 teams worth of creeps on top of the extra 5 solar in the middle. So that's absolutely massive amounts of solar. Like 25 solar you don't get every day. Oh wow, big punch coming in, big nuke coming in, and instant death on Maecus. shierzhi barely getting away. Wow, that was really quite surprising out of nowhere. Derpl into everything else. It was just so much burst. But yeah, as I was saying, picking up that solar early on is really, really powerful, especially on teams that have a late game mindset. In this case, that is what BBQ seems to be going for. The only solar item that they have that is a traditional solar item is on Derpl, and he got piggy banked to really abuse his early game strengths. Raelynn has flashy glasses, but that's it. And Skølldir's got nothing. He's relying entirely on team kills to be able to get the solar that he needs to be effective. So getting that underneath the worm solar is going to be really important for them. Oh, bit of a throw coming up, but the throw from shierzhi doesn't quite connect, so BBQ's going to go right back to doing what they do.
Yeah, a lot of actually aerial play going in. A lot of these teams actually have a lot of hover mechanics right now. Nice throw into the nuke, and it's actually going to get followed up there by a snipe there from our Raelynn. Raelynn going to go and grab that bottom solar while she does have that chance. Henke does have the other 2 occupied up in the top. EggPlant up in the top in the creep area looking for some of that health, and he does get it. He does have a vacuum bite as well, so the neutral creep's giving out the health plus the vacuum bite really does make a very durable Clunk. He gets the 50 in the mid as well. And again, just not a lot of tower pushing going on in this game. It's a lot of footsie knots, if you will.
Yeah, absolutely. The top area, because of the 2 bounce pads, allows for a lot of that aerial play that you mentioned earlier. And Clunk absolutely needs it. Oh, wow. Big throw coming on shierzhi into a snare, into a nuke. He instantly gets killed. No chance for him to get out of that. Really good play by BBQ there. That was impressive to see. But yeah, it's a lot of aerial play because Skølldir and Clunk both benefit from it a great deal. And so does Derpl. Everybody benefits from it. Both teams want to do right now is just control the bottom lane enough that they don't have to worry about it pushing and just concentrate on the top lane where they can actually use some of their big heavy characters to their greatest effect.
Now, you're talking a little bit about some of the items that we have bought. Of course, with the replays, we can actually look at the buying order, what they're actually buying. Clunk, for example, just bought himself a thermonuclear cleaner, as well as the Screamer engine. So now he does have a snare bite ready to go. And again, like this throwing strategy, woo, nice nice explode there from that snipe on top of Henke. You can see a lot of the strategy here is going to be just zoning control and just throwing opponents into a lot of this damage.
Yeah, absolutely. Skølldir, that's his greatest strength, is being able to start fights on the right foot. Not being able to being able to start them on the right foot is one of the best ways to win a game of knots, which is why I like Sentry so much, but we can talk about it in another match. Point is, with Skølldir able to kind of
great,
good throw into an explode out of the Clunk. That was really well played by JiS. There's just constant action happening. It's hard to commentate with all this.
Something you gotta get used to, my friend. You know, we are no longer restricted to restreaming personal views. We now have this amazing replay interface where we can literally do our analysis.
It's beautiful and it's fantastic. But like, what was this? I was talking about Skølldir being an excellent initiation, and that will always be true. It's kind of the same reason why you like having Leon on your team, but Leon, because he's a really light character right now, isn't exactly a high-tier pick. He's still very strong, but, like, again, he doesn't have a lot of HP. He doesn't throw an entire team. He only tongues one person. Mm-hmm. And although he's got a lot of pushing power, he's very frail for, like, the first 10 minutes of the game until he can pick up some serious abilities.
So if we're looking at some of our lighter characters, as you said, Leon, very light, does have that tongue. Whoa, that was almost a kill there on top of our red Skølldir, but it looks like he's going to be all right for now. Big explode coming in, does not actually hit anyone here.
Hits Fudge, actually.
Really? Did that actually
hit?
Fudge?
Just barely, but it hit Fudge, and Maecus takes a bit of damage, doesn't find a target to snipe, and manages to clear the wave, but aside from that, BBQ taking the lower end of that engagement, but they can recover fairly quickly with a couple of creeps. Like, it's not much.
These guys aren't very big tower pushing comps. This is definitely very kill-oriented comps coming in. But both of our light characters do have their primary damage now maxed out. We do got max snipe damage as well as max fall damage here for the Coco. So you know that these guys are looking for some of those picks so they can start getting the creep waves in front of them so they can start pushing some of these towers.
Yeah, absolutely. But the other thing to keep in mind with all these other pickups is the amount of burst that BBQ seems to be coming out with and how everybody seems to be going for it, actually. JiS has Gnomes and triple Lightning Ball on the Coco, but BBQ seems to have much more of it. They're going for not just the burst on the Raelynn, and the Skølldir is working his way to getting Stun Punch, but nuke damage. The nuke damage coming out on the Derpl is going to be absolutely terrifying.
90 now, I believe, right?
Oh,
15, 15? Yeah. So a lot of big damage from both sides, and again, it's just a lot of this mid-footsie, not the auto-explode, or I don't know why I call it that, but the self-destruct does not actually land there. It did get hit by that trap, so EggPlant, unfortunately, just loses his hit points for nothing in that regard. A lot of farming has been going up under this worm, and if you look at some of the solar values for both of our players, it's actually Raelynn coming out ahead with those flashy glasses.
Yeah, she currently has the largest amount of solar, followed close, well, not super closely, 300 solar behind is the Clunk. And then past that, it starts to get a little bit closer. Oh, wow, big nuke coming out. EggPlant taking a lot of damage. Gets punched to death by Fudge. And then the team's reset, but it's currently a 3v2 advantage for BBQ. I expect them to get some serious farm out of this, but we're not going to really see much of a deviation out of what we've been seeing so far. Yeah,
not yet. It almost feels like we need to get a two-man wipe or indeed an actual whole team wipe in order to start seeing some serious damage come out. But, you know, on BBQ's sides, they do have Flaming Fist, which does increase the range of that third hit combo. So Fudge, I mean, he can actually do some big things, and unfortunately, he does actually go down there to Tuwiuu.
Oh, lots of damage coming out from the Derpl, but Derpl not able to really follow people. That's not what Derpls do. So that was unfortunate, but nuke came out wasted. It's going to be gone for another 10 seconds. He gets thrown into the bounce pad and then just floats back to safety. No problem.
Yeah. You can see Henke just trying to, as you said, float back to safety. Going home, a lot of people here spending some of that cash. You see now cooldown ball and Blaze, Heavenly Blaze actually coming out here for our Coco, and power briefs 2 out of 2 there. So we do have a very damaging throw coming the way of Jelly Ink stickers.
Yeah, and on top of that, for Jelly Ink stickers, they also have both of the thermonuclear cleaner ranks, and they have the Screamer engine now for Clunk, which is going to be a really powerful burst combo, especially if they can land those throws off of shierzhi's skills. We shall see what happens. Bite comes out. Snare doesn't quite work because it's not long enough. You need both ranks in order for it to be super effective. The turret has killed EggPlant just so that way someone else can pick up the solar. He thought he was dead anyway, so might as well let someone else on my team pick up the extra solar from the death.
I think it was actually
lots
Coco
of damage coming out onto Maecus, but Maecus dies!
Earthquake. That DOT, man.
Olay!
Yeah, exactly right. Shout out to Weasel Games. So as I said, we might be having to actually look for a 2 or a 3-man wipe in order to start getting some of this damage out, but unfortunately it was Derpl that did remain from here on Team BBQ, and he was able to deter any kind of giant pushing. He does have the nuke for the big creep clearing advantage as well. Everyone's coming back here into the mid, and actually I'm looking at the solar. There we go. It's now very, very much close. Very, very much closer in terms of values after that last team fight.
Absolutely. Explosion comes out, doesn't quite hit Henke. Henke puts out a deterring nuke, doesn't hit anybody, but it keeps him safe for now. And then they just go back to resetting. JiS now currently in control of the mid. This is a really tense match. I mean,
it's going back and forth quite well.
Yeah, both teams are keeping track of the mid as best as they can. Good nuke, good lightning ball coming out, hitting Fudge. Wow, big nuke coming out, hitting Clunk in the face. But he's just gonna walk it off. He's just gonna go back downstairs, pick up some solar, call it a day. But he probably should get a little bit. He should probably be a little bit more careful about it. If Maecus gets off a good snipe, then that's the end of it.
He got actually knocked back there by the Coco ball, but that's going to be a throw on top of the Coco. No real follow-up, unfortunately, there from BBQ. So Coco will live to fight another day. You can see now, if you look at the items, they're actually starting to getting into their mid-game scenarios. They got a lot of damage, they got a lot of health ready to go, and some big bursts is definitely evident on both sides. You saw the gnome actually being thrown out there by shierzhi. So not only does he have the damaging throw, but he has the gnome on top of it.
That gnome is so useful and so versatile. Wow, big snipe coming out. Is he going to dodge the nuke? Yeah, the nuke doesn't quite go the way that Henke wanted it to. So
not fast enough. Yeah.
Not fast enough. Certainly not the meat nuke that we all wanted. So yeah, we saw something. But
yep.
Yeah, so lots of damage coming out. The gnomes are really cool. These are super versatile. You can use it for artillery, especially if you've got the axe throwing trophy. You can throw gnomes like a mile. It's a beautiful upgrade. It's great for.
Enemy has been killed.
Ooh. What? Ooh, what happened there? I did not even
it
see
lagged.
that.
He wormed himself.
He wormed himself. That's quite the achievement. Congratulations.
And on camera, poor guy.
Best game ever. Yeah, for sure. I'm actually looking at the levels between the two teams, and they're, again, very spot on. It is a very back and forth match. Multiple farmings have gone under that worm, and now the worm actually has been fed, so to speak, with that death of Coco. So you can see that immediately we go from the mid more towards the towers here, Jelly Ink Stickers, as they were down a man. Now we do got Coco ready to go, so they immediately fall back. These guys know their footsies.
They do. The teams are overall very similar, but BBQ currently has about 100 to 200 solar advantage, with their Raelynn being at 1900. The next two closest being on the other team. Oh wow, big nuke coming out. Doesn't quite hit anybody, unfortunately. Oh, but the snipe from Maecus manages to take out shierzhi. Very good play. Explode coming out of EggPlant. Doesn't quite hit anybody, but Maecus is running for his life and gets a missile to the face. Good job by Clunk there, being able to get the return kill, but there's Derpl and Skølldir left, and those are the two scariest people to have on the other team right now. Throw into snares, into nukes are a very terrible thing. Clunk doing some serious damage. Henke really low. EggPlant just getting out of there as fast as he can because he doesn't want to be caught up by Fudge, who tries to land an earthquake, but it doesn't quite work out. Tuwiuu trying to get a lightning ball onto Henke, but no, not quite. Henke manages to get away, teleporting safely home. Didn't jump into that. That was probably a good move.
Fudge was actually trying to get a throw there at the end on top of the Coco, but had that actually landed into the tower, might have been a kill because the ball was down. But looking at it, I mean, again, like that nuke doing what, upwards of 90 damage. The explodes doing 100 plus. Henke, actually, his nuke not even going to hit anything that time, but EggPlant could be in a little bit of trouble. Does not actually suffer a nuke, but it will be Henke, actually, that does pay the price.
Yeah, Henke getting caught by another shierzhi throw. shierzhi's on fire with those things right now. Yep. Helping to bring up the total team solar a little bit. It is now still, it's actually firmly into JIS's court now, that the Coco is only 100 or so solar behind the Raelynn. Then it's Coco and Skølldir for JIS, who are the next two highest by at least 200 and 400. Like, it's a massive advantage. The only person on JIS who isn't the particularly farmed is the Clunk. At 1300 solar, but he doesn't need a lot of farm to be effective. As you guys can see, with just the items that he has for burst, he's a force to be reckoned with. 100 damage explodes are not to be messed with.
No, not for sure, especially with the squishy Coco, the squishy Raelynn, very big target. That's going to be a throw there on top of shierzhi, but the nuke actually goes off a little bit premature. Not sure it's going to matter. No, they do trade out 1-for-1, but that explode coming in, EggPlant actually does grab the second, so a 2-kill advantage going the way here of Jelly Ink Stickers, and now we might actually start seeing a little bit of tower damage because it's just that. Whoa, that's a dead Fudge.
It should have been, but he's still alive.
Oh, he didn't get hit by the blaze.
He's still alive.
My goodness. I thought he was actually under the influence of blaze right there. So either way, there's no defense at all to be fielded right here from BBQ.
That's so crazy. That's absolutely nuts. I had no clue that he was going to get away from that, but.
A nice split push going on here from Jelly Ink.
Yep, they're just doing what they can, but EggPlant pays the ultimate price, gets picked off, which is a good step for BBQ. BBQ really needs to get a couple more kills in order to get themselves back into this. They are currently on their back foot. Raelynn doing an excellent job of keeping on top of this solar, though. Like, despite the deaths and everything else, she's still on top of everything. She's still the highest farmed out of the group. And in fact, because of all the solar she's getting and how well the rest of her team has been doing these past couple of seconds, they're actually on top of things now. With both of her teammates sitting at a comfortable 1700. JIS sitting at 1900, 1700, and 1300 still on the Clunk. That's still quite low.
Okay, I'm thinking, well, there goes shierzhi, as unfortunate for him. We actually now have Superconductor coming out from Coco, as well as some Chuck's board action there. But we're going to see a little bit of a push here from BBQ, but I think perhaps maybe your scoreboard there perhaps not updating at all, because I see Clunk at 2,000.
Yeah, he's stuck with 2,000.
Speaking of Clunk, actually, that was a really great collapse right there. He does drop, and BBQ again is able to start putting on a little bit of pressure here on top of these turrets. So not entirely too sure what's going on with your scoreboard, sir. Mine is definitely updating, and Clunk is in the 2,000s now.
Okay, that's really weird, but all right, I'll take it. That's so weird. But hey, I can. All right,
guys, we'll submit a bug report. It's all good.
Yeah, it's fine. It's still new, but it still works really well. Nice big throw coming out of shierzhi. Maecus almost getting bit for it, but doesn't quite die for it. Fudge, on the other hand, is going to die to a lot of punching and a lot of lightning balling. shierzhi really low, taking some damage from the dot, but nothing going to kill him.
Raelynn's going to go for the snipe. No, she's not. Doesn't have the cooldown.
Nope, not quite. Tuwiuu manages to get away. But it's still a slight positional advantage for BBQ right now. BBQ able to go ahead, pick up some solar, and get some damage in on those turrets. Right now, that's kind of the big deal. The state of the game as it stands, there's a lot more damage go on the blue turrets. The red turrets are still relatively healthy, so...
And it's 18 minutes in. I mean, 18 minutes in, no turrets down.
Not a single one. Yeah, well, this happens a lot on Zork, I find. Lots of damage coming out. Tuwiuu almost dying for getting a little bit greedy. Gotta jump over that nuke. Barely happens. shierzhi getting caught in the snare, gets punched. An explosion coming out, doesn't hit anybody. shierzhi's still really low, gets punched by Fudge. Is he gonna live?
He'll be okay.
Yeah,
he is green in him.
EggPlant with the double rage missiles coming out, doing some left click damage, which is really quite nice for them. Henke, he's got himself his nukes, his shields, his size upgrade on the nuke as well. He's pretty scary while in turret form, so don't get too close to that. Range coming out for the Raelynn, so she can snipe from across the map. And yeah, it seems like both the Skølldirs have relatively the same build, but no stun punch yet on the JiS.
Has to be a bit of a mistake to see Fudge actually sitting at 1,400 solar, so...
Yeah, at the very least, like...
Yeah, everyone else is well into the 2000s at this point, except for our Derpl, but so EggPlant lives through that. You are kidding me.
Oh, what? That's crazy. That was so close. I don't know if that's the case of greed or not. Oh, punch coming out. shierzhi on top of Maecus. Maecus just trying to get away. Gets a throw, gets into the lightning ball, but Maecus has her Raelynn shoes. She's just running around. Oh, shierzhi's in a bit of trouble right now. If he gets caught out, that could be really bad for him, but he manages to get away. Lightning ball coming out. Oh, doesn't quite hit Maecus. Maecus getting away. Snipes, managed to hit somebody. Hits Tuwiuu, but doesn't quite kill her either. Everyone's kind of bouncing off with a little bit of HP that they've got left. Fudge the only one to die there. Or to died recently at all. Tuwiuu doing a lot of damage onto Henke. Henke just barely getting away, it seems like, but EggPlant wants blood. Is he going to be able to get it? No! He managed to jump over it. Snipe coming out. EggPlant in a really bad spot. Oh, wow. He's about to get killed, but no! Double explode! Double kill! Holy crap. EggPlant making blood work happen. That was a fantastic play out of him, sticking it out, and his teammates coming to help him out in a pinch. That was fantastic. Well done.
Immediately they go back to the lanes. They're going to be trying to look for a double tower kill. Henke is actually back. He is full health. He's going to throw down the trap. Unfortunately, a Derpl from behind turrets is not exactly the most fearsome of things, especially when you're split pushing lanes. So down goes the bottom turret for the first kill, and I'm 100% confident this top one's going for it.
Oh, it should, but that nuke coming out. Oh, yeah! Clunk manages to pick it up and get away alive despite the nuke. Just the power of having a sizable HP pool coming into play right there.
Tanked it.
Oh, absolutely tanked it. But BBQ not deterred. They're going to go back. Right now, state of the game, we got 2 turrets for the in favor of the red team, so 2 turrets down for blue. We got 2 super droids coming. One on the bottom, one on the top, and things are about to get hairy again. shierzhi getting some punches in, getting all this other stuff, getting some stuff done, but he gets sniped. Okay, that's a little bit of his HP gone. Fudge getting caught up by a snare quake, but he manages to jump down to time. EggPlant gets caught in the time rift. And dies for it. Oh, wow. Poor guy. Maecus managed to get another sniper for Tuwiuu, sending her back to get some HP.
And you see the super droids there. They're going to get cleaned up here by BBQ. Not a problem there at all. 22 minutes in. Finally, the first towers are down. In terms of kills, deaths, and all of that, well, we're looking at Maecus. Who's going to be all right for now. Does have actually regen on top of the base regen, and the laser coming back out for the nuke. Nearly takes down the Coco. She has to run away. But back and forth, I mean, looking at it, you know, we got no real, like, big breadwinner when it comes to actually a lot of the kills. I guess at this point, it's just Derpl sitting at 3-1 with the best ratio, but a lot of kills and deaths for both teams.
Yeah, currently sitting at the like that is the best ratio out of the bunch.
Yeah.
But out of the highest kills, both of the Skølldirs are there with the highest kills, which is the funny part. I was expecting more Derpl and Clunk kills, but I guess it's out of that time of the game. The Maecus on Raelynn actually has, unfortunately, is 1 in 6. Not able to get those snipes to kill people off, unfortunately. JiS just playing a little bit too cagey for those snipes, which is unfortunate for them. Good jump over the snare by Tuwiuu, not able to do much else though. Lightning Ball comes out, manages to hit Henke. Henke goes into the Derpl mode, does a lot of damage, but Fudge gets picked off instead. Lightning Ball coming out doing a lot of damage to Henke. Henke needs to be a little bit more careful. If he gets caught up by a Coco Ball, that's the end of him. And he's going to go ahead and run back to base to heal.
And he might be a big tanky guy, but still, we're into veritably we're into a late game scenario. I mean, we're pushing 3,000 solar now for our Raelynn. You know, she's not that far off the mark, and we're going to be looking at max builds in the next 10 levels or so.
Oh yeah, at the very least. And the Coco is farmed as all get out too. She's ripping apart the creep waves. She's doing a lot of work to buildings. She's doing a lot of work to people. Like, Coco's getting right into the swing of things. I honestly feel like Coco's one of the strongest characters in the game, especially when it gets late. And this is really good evidence that that's currently happening.
I can definitely attest to turning around a rotten early game into a late game scenario. Coco is amongst my most favorite characters.
Oh, like, she's the character that you go to, and it's like, you know what? I really want to win tonight.
If you look at my match history, every season is Coco.
Oh, big throw into the big explode! EggPlant making another huge double kill off the back of shierzhi's awesome throws. Lightning Ball coming out on Maecus. Maecus getting some snipe in to try to turn off this push, but this push is happening. It is a 3v1 advantage right now.
This is the thing.
Lots of damage coming out on everybody, but it looks like everybody's going to run away unless Maecus gets a lucky snipe.
Ooh, so close.
Not good.
It's interesting though that, I mean, we had the max damage throw and the gnome into a max damage self-destruct, and it does, you know, this late game scenario does do enough damage to take down even the tankiest of team members here at BBQ, leaving only Maecus there, as you said, for the defense. And you know, if you had to have any of this team for a defender, I would definitely put it to Raelynn. Just sitting behind turret with her droids, with her time rift, and of course the snipes, big damage, big range. She can definitely deter a lot of those pushes, and she did do an admirable job there, but we'll have to see what this next one has in store for her.
The one thing I find with Raelynn a lot of the time is that she's really good at pushing, but when it comes to making a lot of late game damage happen against people, she tends to be lackluster compared to some other knots. Her 75 damage snipes are about all that she's got. Aside from that, she tries to use her blaster, and like, her time rift is easily dodgeable. Her bullets put her in a vulnerable position where she doesn't exactly want to be, and she has low HP to begin with. Speaking of low HP, can I talk about the tankiness of some characters for a second here? That
Sure.
Derpl just ended up dying again. Poor Henke going down to Skølldir Clunk yet again.
This is a terrifying combo.
Oh, it is absolutely terrifying. This just brings back horrible, horrifying memories. But look at Derpl's items. He doesn't have pills. Nowhere does he have pills.
Nope.
Neither does the Raelynn. Raelynn doesn't necessarily need them either, but
She has power pills turbo. Raelynn.
Wow. My items are all messed up too. I can't even look at those. But
Don't worry, I got them all out there.
perfect. But it looks like Coco is the one person who, like, Coco's the one person on the red team who, like, might have like 1, maybe 2 ranks in pills.
She has she has 1 pill. Skølldir has 2, and we got 2 on the Clunk.
Yeah, the Derpl, he looks like he might have 1, possibly 2. Raelynn probably has all 3.
No, Derpl absolutely has none. You're right.
None at all. Okay, that makes some
You're
sense.
right on that one.
Okay, so I did judge the size of the HP bar. I'm getting good at this. Lots of damage coming out on this tower. This tower is definitely going to be going down. Good kill. Good tower kill. They're going to have a super droid to help them out in a couple of seconds. Wow, snipe hitting shierzhi. I thought he was out of range for that, but nope, he got picked off a little bit.
I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility to say right now. We do have a pretty commanding lead coming out here for Jelly Ink Stickers, our APL Season 1 winners. They haven't lost a tower. They're pushing the core. They have all the kills, and, well, maybe add 1 more death on top of that, possibly 2. If EggPlant can dodge, but he can't because he's a big fat robot. Still, the pressure is going the way of Jelly Ink Stickers, despite that 2-death scenario right there, and you know they are on the verge of winning this after 1 more good team fight.
Yeah, that's all it's gonna take at this point. They can have the Coco do hit and run things with her blaze. She's fairly mobile with that, and as she picks up another 2 ranks in the glove damage, like this is gonna be terrifying amounts of base
And
damage.
her
People
third
aren't
kills.
careful. And this seems to be exactly what she's going for. Yep, that's exactly what she's going for. She's going to be doing the back door, but they caught on. Fudge is in pursuit. He is not happy about this. But, all right, yeah, BBQ getting a tower, but at what cost? About 1, maybe 2 bars of HP on the blue base. Tuwiuu is now caught out. Oh, no!
Really nice bait right there. Looking for that trap and the nuke. That should be a dead Coco, and it definitely is. Fortunately, this is one of the harder maps to backdoor if you don't have an aerial technique to get you out of those sticky situations because of that choke place. And this is a team that can absolutely capitalize on that choke play.
Absolutely, and a lot of damage coming out. EggPlant getting picked off, or will probably be picked off, as well as shierzhi getting picked off a lot earlier. This is seemingly turning around hardcore.
That actually might even be both towers. We got 20 seconds on the clock for Clunk.
Yeah, no, that's definitely both towers. Now they're down to the middle tower, and they will have a 3v1 advantage for pushing into that for at least 10 seconds while everybody else drops down. They're going to get some serious damage on that. Tuwiuu, what's he going to do? He's going to jump up and try to do stuff? No, he's going to toss a lightning ball there. He's going to try to do his best to defend. BBQ putting a lot of pressure in on this tower. Lightning ball coming up, but it's just not enough. Tower goes down. That's 2 turrets coming up. 2 super droids coming down the lane.
Right, yeah.
Oh,
did BBQ just actually do this? Did they come back from, you know, what looked like very terrible odds? And are they actually going to be able to push this back and win? I mean, right now they are being rebuffed. They do got a lot of solar air in their pocket. We're very likely seeing max builds, not only from the Raelynn, but from the Coco, possibly the Clunk as well. But it is level 25 each there for the blue Skølldir and the Derpl. They're on Team BBQ. I'm not entirely too confident I would call those max builds, but they definitely have their workout cut out for them.
Absolutely, but with Henke now picking up kills, he's going to be a lot harder to kill.
Well, that's right.
Oh, wow, EggPlant taking a lot of damage. He dies. Gets caught up by Henke, of all people. Like, how do you get caught up by a Derpl? I've got no clue. shierzhi going upstairs, picking up some HP. Tuwiuu is really low. He's just trying to do some conduit damage to push them off. shierzhi getting in, doing a good throw, but is it going to be enough? Probably not. Nuke coming out. There's going to be some serious base damage coming out right now. I'm not sure exactly what JiS is going to be able to do.
Coco can't go near
that.
that.
Not out of this yet.
No, they can't go near this. Look at that. The trap in the front. Now the time rip. The droid just tanking it as well. Tuwiuu is going to come in from the back, but unfortunately does not get the killer ball. Will trade out 1 for 1, but now it's going to be
shierzhi doing a lot of damage, though. Oh, it's just not enough.
Not enough. It's not enough at all.
Fudge is going to be the only one up alive in a second, though. Oh, wait, no. The regen on Maecus manages to save him. They're both extremely low HP. If EggPlant gets in there with a lucky explode, that's the end of that. But nope, not this time. EggPlant is going to go ahead and clear out the wave. Make sure that his base is nice and safe. This isn't over yet, but this is definitely looking like BBQ decided to get their stuff together, and they're definitely executing a lot better now.
Just when you think, you know, one team might actually have an advantage. Yeah, they drop a few team kills right there. Jelly Inksticker's now going to be basically on the ropes. I mean, we don't really have a backdoor character on either side, but, you know, pushing in with these droids, as you see, Maecus there, that droid's just going to come straight down, start putting up more damage, and it is going to be, again, back to a 3v3 scenario here in the mid, but this could go either way. One more team wipe from either side could be game.
Again, and that kind of depends on the positioning too, but it's definitely in favor of BBQ, who is slightly more to the left than JiS is to the right. Like, that actually matters a great deal in this scenario. As long as BBQ manages to keep to the left side of the map, if they get wiped, they might have a chance. They also have more base HP still. Snipe coming out, nuke coming up, but is the nuke going to hit anything? Absolutely not. shierzhi manages to get out of what looks to be a hairy situation. Fudge getting hurt a little bit by Tuwiuu, but outside from that, seems to be fine. Oh no, EggPlant tries to go in for the explode, doesn't quite hit. Henke trying to run away, but he goes into Derpl mode instead. He's not going to run away. He feels like getting some kills instead. Punch from shierzhi, not quite enough. Tuwiuu is trying to go on the chase on Maecus, but Maecus is turning it around.
She got the 100 health.
Oh, wow. Oh, whoa! Good throw coming out of shierzhi, saving his teammate's life. The snipe not quite hitting. shierzhi going in, getting some damage. Maecus is going to get punched to death. EggPlant still a good HP. shierzhi still good HP. Henke, the only survivor. What happened to Fudge?
Fudge basically got blown up, and then it was a belly bounce competition with Raelynn in the middle between the two fatties here from Jelly Inkstickers. They didn't even get the kill on top of Coco. You can see her blazing back with that silver coating, and Henke's just kind of caught in the middle.
And that should be game. There's no way in the amount of time that BBQ has left that this base isn't going down. But wow, can we just take a look at the map for a second?
And that's it.
There are no turrets left.
No turrets.
There's less than a third of the HP on the red base left.
Just bars of hit points.
That's it.
that was the difference between these two teams. You can definitely see why they are amongst the top tier talent here in the Awesomenauts community. And of course, you know, the APL Season 1 winners, BBQ, of course, have been making a name for themselves as of late. And I gotta say, the secrets of space, bringing us replays, Sentry, and more balance changes is definitely an exciting time for Awesomenauts, Mr. Wolf.
Absolutely. No, this was a pleasure to watch. And on top of that, like, these are just... People decided, these two teams decided to use the older knots. They didn't use any of the Starstorm knots for this. This was just an old school kind of rumble match to show off what replays can do. And it was a joy to watch this. Like, I don't know about you, but that was action-packed from start to finish, and we had no idea who was going to win that until the very end.
Well, we do extend our thanks to the two teams for competing, recording the replay, and of course sending it here to us. I'm in the FourCourtJester. With me here's SlowWolf, and we are here with Ronimo Games and Awesomenauts. You can find them out there, guys, www.ronimogames.com. Check out the Secrets of Space. Check us out on Steam. We are still in the top 100 games played daily on Steam, so you know that this game can only go up at this point. We'll see you guys out there in space, hopefully soon. We'll catch you later.
Discover its secrets, and have a good night, guys. Bye-bye!